in this month 20 years ago, blasts ripped apart the city and the heart of Mumbai. Over 250 people were killed, and today the Supreme Court delivered its final verdict in the case, indicting DAWOOD Ibrahim, his brother Anis Ibrahim and Tiger Memon, also Pakistan's ISI, for being the archers who planned the deadly blasts. Yet, each one of these archers is free tonight, said to be in Pakistan and Dubai. Today, the court itself said the people they convicted were the arrows, which is why the court overturned the death sentence for 10 people, except Yaqoob Memon, the brother of Tiger Memon. Yaqoob had come back to India. For actor Sanjay Dutt, there was no relief. The Supreme Court upheld his conviction for possessing an AK-56 rifle arranged by Anis Ibrahim and said Sanjay Dutt must go back to jail to serve the remainder of a 5-year sentence. Our big question tonight: can there ever be true justice when the men who planned these blasts are free 20 years later? Has this verdict actually brought closure?
"12 explosions in one single day. 2 hours and 10 minutes of sheer horror. 257 people killed and hundreds others injured." The Bombay Stock Exchange, the Air India building, Zaveri Bazaar and hotels. Nothing was spared. Just days after the 6th December Babri Masjid demolition, riots spread across India. The Bombay riots in December 92 and January 93 left around 900 people dead. It turned its underworld dons communal, the D Company taking the lead in what they called revenge attacks against the alleged Sena atrocities during the riots. March 12, 1993, etched in India's memory forever. Now, 20 years later, the final judgment in one of the worst terrorist attacks against India. But is this real justice? The 3 men behind the attack, who conspired against India with the help of Pakistan, are still in Pakistan. In a scathing criticism of the masterminds behind the attack and of Pakistan's involvement, the Supreme Court said, the management and conspiracy of the 1993 blasts were done by DAWOOD Ibrahim and others in Pakistan. Pakistan's intelligence agency, the ISI, was also involved in the 1993 blasts. The accused were trained in bomb making and handled sophisticated weapons in Pakistan. The training of convicts in Pakistan materialized in the 1993 blasts. Yaqoob Memon and all absconding accused were archers, and rest of the accused were arrows in their hands. The police, customs and the Coast Guard are also to be blamed for the 1993 blasts. None of the masterminds, DAWOOD Ibrahim, Tiger Memon and Anis Ibrahim, have ever been arrested. All 3 fled the country before the blasts. Today they live freely in Pakistan, and despite many efforts, Indian authorities have never managed to even interrogate any one of them.
Justice delay is denied के बारे में सब जो बोला जाता है वो ही हुआ है, और दूसरा चीज़, जब तक ये फैसला है उसके साथ में अगर विक्टिम्स के लिए भी कुछ अगर फैसला नहीं दिया जाएगा तो ये फैसला हमेशा अधूरा ही रहेगा.
Of the 100 convicted by the Special Tada Court, 12 had been given the death sentence. The Supreme Court upheld the death sentence of Yaqoob Memon, Tiger Memon's younger brother, but commuted the others to life. The Supreme Court upheld the death penalty of Yaqoob Memon, Tiger Memon's brother, but at the same time commuted to life the death sentences of 10 others, including those who planted the bombs. The Supreme Court saying that in fact it was accused like Yaqoob Memon and absconding accused like DAWOOD Ibrahim and Anis who were the real archers, while the planters were merely their arrows. The headlines also focused on one man, film star Sanjay Dutt. Convicted under the Arms Act and sentenced to 5 years in jail, Dutt was found guilty of taking an AK-56 rifle and a 9mm pistol just days before the blast from the underworld. He got the guns allegedly from Anis Ibrahim, the younger brother of DAWOOD Ibrahim, through Abu Salim. The police claimed that several phone records showed that Sanjay was in constant touch with Anis. Abu Salim, Baba Musa Chauhan and Samir Hingora, who delivered the arms to Dutt's home, claimed he was speaking to Anis when they arrived there and was eagerly awaiting their arrival. His explanation had always been, "I wanted to defend my family because I was receiving threats after the riots. I am not a terrorist." The actor has served 18 months in prison and within 4 weeks needs to surrender to serve out the remaining 3 odd years. Today his sister broke down in court. Her words, "I have nothing to say."
You understand the sensitivity of this case. At least one reaction from you.
3.5 साल उसको और भुगतना पड़ेगा और इसीलिए हमने उसको पहले दिन से ही उसको प्रिपेयर किया है. Whatever be the judgment of the Supreme Court, we will abide by it, letter and spirit.
Sanjay Dutt pleaded for leniency, quoting his commitment to society like helping the poor, helping the AIDS patients, and even quoted his family status. He said, let him be not kept in jail but be given the benefit of probation. But court said the crime is so serious, he can't be let out on probation, but instead of 6 years, court reduces to 5 years, saying this is a minimum punishment.
In New Delhi, with A. Vaidyanathan, Ketki Angre for NDTV.